This is Star Platinum Requiem, one of the few original evolutions of the canon Jojo abilities, in a universal time, an ability that requires one of the more rarest items to even obtain, a mythical cursed orb, making it one of the hardest abilities to get. Unless you have a macro. It's one of the 3 abilities you need to have in order to obtain Reaper and get corrupted arrows for Reaper's mastery. The other 2 are Umbra and stwr. Speaking of which, SPR is also connected with stwr, a Requiem evolution just like SPR. The both of them were the mascots of the game at one point. So, basically, is a big deal. Using the ability, it may not seem like anything's wrong. Everything seems fine. Apart from a lack of standoff moves, this ability is, as far as I know, pretty good in PvP, with some even claiming there's a touch of death combo for it. It seems great. Until you compare it with the other abilities. Comparing SPR with anything else in AUT will make you realize how far behind it is, literally a time capsule in the form of an ability. That's because the moveset for this ability, and the ability itself, is 4 years old. Now, just because it's old doesn't mean it's bad. It has its purpose and is definitely capable of putting up a fight, but for some reason it just never received any major changes throughout its lifespan. Sure, there was the combat rework, and the many changes and refactors to keep it up to date. But I'm gonna be honest with you, it's like this one image, he did nothing but step back within those 4 years. Now this video isn't a review on SPR, but rather me talking about the few things on the topic of the ability and going over the future of it. So let's just segue into that. SPR, for whatever reason, wouldn't get the same treatment and would stay the same as it was, ever since it came out with New Universe 4 years ago. No new model, no new effects, no new anything. I tried finding a good reason as for why they didn't just give it something, but I ended up empty-handed after my mostly thorough investigation. Maybe it'll get rehauled soon, or whatever, but I still feel like an explanation would have been nice. If you know anything, a comment will always be appreciated. Also related tangent, SPR has a move called Arrow Judgment. And for some reason the move is unbinded for me, and before you say anything, I'm a mobile player, so it's not like I can rebind it because I'm not even able to. I tried resetting my keybinds, usually that fixes the problem, but it does nothing. So that's a big issue. Can we get that fixed, please? As for their full reworks, there's not a lot of information on them. However, there is some minuscule amount of things to touch on, so let's just get to it. From what I've seen, a SPR and stwr rework is something the developers have been planning to do for a long while. But this only means so much. There's nothing else to this besides polls being made on whether the two should get reworked or other abilities instead. Other information includes stwr and SPR having their own rarity. Likely the universal rarity, just like Delta. Though I doubt it'll mean much either, since Delta wasn't too much of a pain to get. Just extremely time consuming. Maybe the obtainment methods for these two will be the same, but that's just a theory. There's also this blurred image of stwr and SPR models. I doubt that they'll be used as there's already concept art for new models of the abilities, and I think they look amazing. There's a lot of detail in it, and I think I much prefer if the models looked like these, over better versions of the original models. Maybe the original models could be legacy skins instead. But that's just me. Ultimately, there's not a lot more I could say, as the information available is very scarce. Basic summary, SPR is old, rework when. And I'm sorry for this sloppy filler video. That's about it for today. See you later, nerds.